I wouldn't say it's changed. I'd just say um, it's that much more great as far as appreciation for life. And I know that's so generic and it's philosophical sounding, but it's so true. Like we're not guaranteed tomorrow. We're not guaranteed and tonight really. You know what I mean? So and you don't want to walk through life with that pessimistic or cynicism. Thinking something bad is going to happen, but you really never know. And we in this country have it so good compared to other people around the world, and our bad days in the grand scheme of things aren't really that bad. And so I firmly believe you know not worrying, stressing, focusing on the negative, the whole glass empty or glass half empty approach, but focus on the positives. Find your intrinsic motivation. Work hard at your craft or your job or whatever you do. Work hard to be a good husband, a wife, a father, right? And whether you're a godly person or not, have strong faith and just live, do everything you can to make a difference in this world, because you never know when it could be taken away from you in a heartbeat. So I think I'm doing well. It's you hear stories about people that suffer through traumatic events, whether it be war or just back home or the loss of a spouse or something, and it's a struggle. It's a constant struggle mentally, psychologically. Um, it definitely has impacted and changed my outlook on life and certain things, day-to-day activities, little nuances that I might not have had before, things I may not have noticed before. Part of that is hypervigilance, and just being extra cautious. And again, I've said before, similar to coming home from deployments, obviously, I've said you appreciate everything more and you don't take anything for granted. Um, that's magnified now after the shooting, over the last year. Just continuing to enjoy this life and appreciate every day. But at the same time, some of the effects is I say overuse the term hypervigilance, but when it comes to I'm looking at people's hands. I'm looking for the exit whenever I walk in a room. My parents even notice, like, wherever I sit down at dinner last night at the Beef and Barrel, I need to make sure my back is to the wall where I can see everybody else. Little things like that don't really affect, your day-to-day life, and most people probably wouldn't even notice, and I might not even notice subconsciously, but I do, and I think that is the biggest challenge or difference over the last year. It really hasn't changed too much, other than, I mean, I can't really speak for them. I mean, sure, they appreciate the time we get to see each other and spend time with each other probably that much more, and I'd say the same as far as like my immediate family and close family and everything. Like they always ask how I'm doing, and make it a point to ask me how my health is, both physically and psychologically. Um, which means they care. As far as me and Ashley, or Ashley and I, this thing it was tough. It was the hardest thing that I ever had to do, physically as well as mentally. And it's not just me. I mean, she was right there every step of the way, and this impacted her too, greatly. Just she didn't get the physical injury, but she had to go through the traumatic event every step of the way. Um, and during the recovery process and post surgery, and the she, as a registered nurse, she was right there taking care of me, literally hands on taking care of me at home, doing bandage and dressings changes, and calming me down and getting me things when I could barely walk, or when I was on meds, or just immobile, and or I was having had some down days where I didn't want to go out, or I felt like crap, I couldn't eat, and that's not me. That's not my personality. I don't mope around, and I push through and make it happen all the time. So it was a different side of me that she had to see and deal with for the first time too. But she was extremely supportive, extremely loving, and was able to take care of me. I couldn't imagine not having her during this recovery process. Going well. Continuing to attend the Command and General Staff College. Almost time to wrap up. We're heading into electives now. The Common Core is just about done. So the last 2 months is really electives, and you kind of have the freedom to choose which courses you take. And then graduate in June 12th. Take a couple weeks of leave. Probably come back up to New York for 7-10 days just to see everybody and kind of say goodbye before we move to Hawaii for the next 3 years. So
Hawaii.
I don't know if I told you that, but yeah,
No.
we're moving to Honolulu to Oahu.
Wow.
For 3 years, which is nice because some stability. We haven't been somewhere for 3 years since Fort Hood the first time, or San Antonio back in 09, 10, 11. So yeah, no, it's a big move,
Yeah.
but we're looking forward to it.